The perfect lead in music. So I know some people here have played XCOM, right? Hello, I hope you're doing well. That worked? Have your messages not been working? Hi again today. So tomorrow right now was going to be Vicky 3, all right? Because I just didn't know what else to do. But recently, I've been really, really, really wanting to play this game called Terra Invicta. So if I do this today, which I'm going to, instead of playing Vicky tomorrow, I'm going to play this tomorrow. The game that I'm currently about to launch. That'll be tomorrow's stream. Because it's a Wednesday, but I'm not like able to stream like, you know, into the weekend. And then Thursday and Friday will be normal Fire Emblem. I'm gonna be here for the whole time. Yeah. So it's a weird week because it's in between, you know, my vacations. So it's like I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm explaining. I'm over explaining. I'm a mess. I've not been able to chat for over an hour. I've been able to hear for the whole time. That's so weird. Well, welcome back. I hope hearing was fun. The rhythm game was super good. A fantastic recommendation. So I do want you, however, it is just as confusing for relaunching the stream. Fixed my issues. I will never understand tech. It never will make sense. Let me see if I can't grab. Grab the game. Okay, and it's in the complete wrong layout. One moment. So if anyone who's played XCOM before, right? The XCOM, the remakes, you guys know about XCOM Long War, perhaps, which is a team of devs that decided XCOM was too easy because it was too short. And therefore, what they needed to do was make the game longer so you actually had to fight against the aliens. And it was like actually like a difficult challenge, right? Well, they went a little crazy. You've heard about Long War? So they went a little crazy and they stopped developing Long War. It is long. And they made this game. They basically took XCOM and they said, all right, we're turning XCOM into a grand strategy game with hyper-realistic orbital mechanics and ship combat. It's very different from XCOM, but you could call it discount XCOM, yes. I personally have put 60 hours into this game and have not reached past probably the 33% mark on any of the playthroughs I started. So I have a fundamental understanding of how the game works because it is a little complicated. I will walk through everything I'm doing so that everyone can like kind of understand and hopefully contribute, feel like they're part of it, whatever. If you like the game, you'll have an understanding of how to play it. But this is a game I've been meaning to stream for a very long time, and I haven't been able to. And I'm going to actually... So, you know, I've been talking about doing Ghost of Tsushima after Fire Emblem. I forgot that I also said I'm going to split it into 2 games. This is going to be one of the 2 games, with Ghost of Tsushima as the other one, and Demon Souls is the 3rd game. So those 3 will be the games we play when we come back after Fire Emblem. Just so that it's, you know, everyone knows. That's this week's schedule. So we're gonna do right now they only have a modern scenario. They have the full solar system model. We're gonna play with all the factions. But I do want chat input on who to play as. So I'll give you a quick, like a really fast rundown on the factions, all right? And and I'll show you the little description. So the resistance is your tutorial one. You resist the aliens. You protect humanity by resisting the alien invasions. Humanity First also talks about killing all of the factions and anybody who believes that the aliens are here to help, and wiping out all supporters of them. So it's like the ultra violent resistance. The Initiative is trying to exploit the world after the aliens arrive to gain power. The Servants are trying to enslave humanity to the aliens. The Protectorate are trying to make an alliance and appease the aliens and like try not to be eradicated. So they're resistance light. The Academy is convince the aliens that we're difficult or equal. Now I don't want to do that one. And the last one is leave the fucking solar system. Give up. Let the aliens have Earth and run the fuck away. I'm fine with any of them. If I get no input, I'll probably either do the Resistance or Humanity First. Ugh. You definitely do Protectorate. Protect humanity by appeasing the aliens. Yeah, I'll go through them all again. So Resistance is your tutorial faction. You'll know why eventually. Oh. The Resistance is resist, right? Resistance. It's just protect humanity, stop the aliens from taking over the world. Humanity First is like an ultra-violent resistance where they want to eradicate all of the aliens and any people that support them. There's a group called the Initiative, like, you know, straightforward, where you exploit the alien arrival to gain power. So you're trying to use the fact that the aliens showed up to take control of Earth for your own means. The Servants, which is submit to the aliens and we're your slaves, come take us over. The Protectorate is protect humanity by appeasing the aliens. So tell the alien, like, instead of fully resisting, going, hey, let's strike a deal. The Academy, which is convincing the aliens that you're equal to them, which is supposed to be very hard. And run the fuck away from the solar system and give up and just get out. Leave Earth and find other stars. You like the Academy. All right. I got 3 different votes. I hate that it closes the, it stops the music when I tab out. I'm going to put it on a wheel. Protectorate. Humanity First. And the Academy. And we will spin. It looks like we are we are going to stop the aliens at all costs. Oh, that's not the right button. That's the right button, though. All right, back in. All right. We're going to play on normal because I'm not going to play on the super hard mode, and I'm absolutely not going to play on easy. Customize. Oh, fuck. No, no, no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Those sliders popped up. Destroy ending. Here we go. Let's see how it goes for us. So the idea is that the game basically... Oh, wow. Is stream lagging for people? This loading screen is eating up my... Oh, this might just be because I'm tabbed in. You might limit my my left monitor. So basically, the game takes place starting at the year it seems fine. Okay, cool. The year that the date that the game came out. So I think it comes out like we start sometime in 2022. I'm trying to think what I want to do as humanity first. Basically, your goal is to take control of countries. I'll show you in a second. Oh, here we go. Cinematic.
We remember the day the stars answered. The day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Every war is won well before it is fought. Leaders must be prepared, their plans in place, and their weapons ready. The sheepdog cannot be trained when the wolves already hunt the flock. Our enemy is surely stronger. Their plans are noble, but this is our home. It can be our fortress or our tomb. There is only victory or death.
So I've never seen the intro of this game in any faction besides the Resistance. So
reporting for duty, Colonel. The Council has appointed you leader of our organization. I am Hans Castillo, your Adjutant General. The alien arrival represents the greatest danger to humanity in the history of our species. As such, we have formed a small group of military, intelligence, and science personnel committed to protecting our planet. We must build up our numbers and influence, investigate the aliens and their activities, and defend ourselves from extraterrestrial threat by any means necessary.
and then he recommends what we start with. So then we get missions. An alien spacecraft has been detected in our upper atmosphere. It has crashed in the remote location and apparently self-destructed. Send the counselor to the crash site to evaluate the threat. So, basically, we start on October 1st, 2022 with a map of the world. And nobody controls anything. None of the other factions control anything. I start out with 2 counselors, which are kind of your main units for doing things. And your goal is to build up. You have a couple different resources up here. You want to build up your resources by taking control of countries' governments and, well, for us, strengthening them to fight the aliens. And so you're trying to basically develop humanity into a spacefaring race, and then and then you want to like colonize the solar system and beat back the aliens. It's very, very what's the word? In depth, I'll use. It is very grand in scope. So, like, Vicky is in some ways more difficult and in some ways much more simple than this game is. The nice thing about this game is that you just kind of have to read a lot at the start to figure out what's going on. Because if I pick a country, right? Let's pick Japan. You're given a government value, an unrest value, a GDP value, what their tech of the military is like, the amount of strategic nuclear weapons, their navy, which Japan has none, the amount of people in the country, education levels, and all of these affect other things that I really don't pay attention to in the beginning. And your goal is to take their economy and grow it so they can give you more stuff. Any of the countries you're grabbing for. So like some of the obvious really strong places that are very hard to get control of would be the United States. It would be Russia. It would be China. One thing that the resistance tutorial recommends you do is you unify Europe into making the European Union and putting it all under one flag in order to have another country in the world with a similar economic base as the United States. And all the other factions are trying to do, you know, their own goals at the same time. So it kind of it'll play out in a bit. I have 2 counselors, so I'll look at them real quick. I have Meredith and oh gosh, Somasintu. I'm gonna go with that. I might call you Thapa. One of them's a diplomat. One of them's an evangelist or evangelist from Nepal. What? Okay. And I need to start
I'm here.
by figuring out what the aliens are doing.
Heading there now.
So I send all my people to go do tasks, right? So she's gonna go look at the crash site, and I'm going to build up the most strategic penguin. Swims. And then I gotta figure out where I want to start. Like, what do I want to unify? What do I want to try and take control of? Because you have a limited number of things you can actually take control of until you gain tech, basically. So where is Libya? Libya likes me. Tunisia likes me. Holy shit. They do not. So I'm just gonna kind of click around and see Academy, geez. See what nations like my my philosophy. Most of the big nations really like the Academy. They want to cooperate with the aliens. Is there 2 Frances? Okay, I'll explain that. So basically, larger countries have 2 economic zones. So there's like a north one. So you have the north one and the south one. And all that does is for the purpose of occupying it. If I send an army in there, I have to occupy France basically twice in order to fully take them over. Ukraine has an east and west, and the Ukrainian-Russian wars happening. Most countries only have one. Germany has East and West Germany. Some countries are kind of put together because they're too small to, I guess, or they decided they were too small. So like Austria and Switzerland, Belgium and the Netherlands. Really the only ones. I did see the Warhammer 40k TV series. Henry Cavill's the director. Is what I also heard. So I'm thinking, which is not usually a good thing, that we take kind of fun to play in Africa. Be difficult to play in Africa. Where do I have a chance? North Korea, they are overwhelmingly wanting to submit to the aliens. It's an interesting choice. I have no chance for China. I have no chance for the United States. I go for Russia. Mongolia. Let's see if I can't. How much do I get a month? 39 a month. 28% chance. So I'm pretty sure this game is 1 RN, by the way. Just so that we all understand what these percentages mean. They are true percentages. I have hit 1%. I have hit zeros because technically it does this I don't like. This I don't like. The percentages are actually calculated to the 10th. So, you know, 0.0. But they don't show you the point value. They don't show you the decimal value. So I have rolled 1/10 below what I actually need. And that's how apparently granular checks if you roll some number. Why would they not show it? I don't know. I think that is one of the only things about the game that has really frustrated me. I won't really pick anything yet. This is gonna be kind of setting up for tomorrow. The first turn's the longest. Most of the turns go very quick after this. R&D. I'll explain this. You share the globe has 3 things it's researching. So right now, figuring out sociologists, we are not alone, aerospace surveillance systems, and then learning how to live in a vacuum. Right now, there are 2 space stations, and space stations and anything extra out of Earth aren't owned by planets. They're owned by the factions. So the ISS is owned by the Academy, and I'm gonna butcher this, but Tiangong Station is owned by Project Exodus. So I have nothing. And my goal is to try and either capture countries with a space program or develop country space programs. So I'm gonna go into R&D. This is something I know from having played the game, and I think you'd be screwed if you didn't know this. Oh, and then you have 1 research up to 3 eventually that you get for yourself. And contributing to global research means you can't research stuff for yourself, but it is usually indicative of a bigger tech jump than your own personal researches would be. So it's a delicate balancing act. So you want things like, for resistance, you want things like unity movements, where you can create larger nations. I'm looking at a lot of Africa. Can you make you can make a full Africa nation. Okay. So I'm thinking we have you from to Egypt. We'll play out of Africa.
We will be running this place in no time.
Then I'll show you how the roles end up being. You want to recruit people, and there's a whole bunch of different types of things you can recruit. And they all have different missions they can complete. And you generally just want at least 1 of every kind of mission. As well as there's a certain type of mission that I need for knocking out enemy counselors. And Greg Ryan has it. I can't afford him. I don't really want another evangelist. Mando doesn't help me now. And an officer doesn't really help me now. Unless I want to grab one so that I can just simply grab land, but I don't think I do. I can't really gain a lot, so. Egypt has a space program? No, that's Israel. Wait, Libya has a space program? No, it's a resource region. What the hell does this mean? Oh, buttons. Okay. We're gonna grab this area of Africa and pray. Select management team. We may now recruit our faction's management team. As we stand up humanity first operations, we are selecting our internal management team to help oversee our affairs. While we are gathering personnel from a variety of disciplines in your direction, we will emphasize a particular speciality. Influence income. Pick a god and pray, chief. No, we want... Ooh. Make very little money. We want lobbyists and influencers. We're gonna get TikTok on our side. Now we really need help. And then certain events happen at the start of a game. So luckily this time, I don't know if it's every single time, but basically the world itself reacts independently of how your factions do to the aliens. So at the start, everyone's like, oh my God, there's a massive threat to humanity. Maybe we can set aside our differences and go forward together. The growing realization that we are not the sole sapient species in the universe is causing many to see their fellow humans in a new light, leading to hopes that we can overcome our capacity for strife to address the alien arrival as one people. I'm sure that'll go great.
Here's what we've found.
And then I get bonuses to things
There's
for
no
doing that.
evidence of a hoax, Colonel.
Oh.
The world suddenly seems very dangerous.
We've completed the investigated alien crash to the objective. The site was heavily guarded by local security forces. This raises the worrying possibility that the locals may be cooperating with the aliens. Was their crash in this particular location an accident, or were they attempting to meet with humanity's collaborators? In any case, we've managed to get hold of some samples from the crash site. We should begin research immediately. They get a ton of tech. That monthly tech thing, or is that just 20 tech in general? So then you get objectives, research alien signatures. UN Security Council meets. Unfortunately, the hoped-for show of international unity did not materialize, with China, Russia, and the United States, wow, this is real, accusing each other of hiding knowledge about the alien crash and preventing full access to the site. We have an opportunity to shape events to our advantage, even make our case directly to the nations of the world. However, with the eyes of the world on these meetings, our counselor's risk of exposure to our enemies is extremely high. Remain in the shadows, quietly steer support to humanity first, or deliver our manifesto to the world. I'm delivering our manifesto. Zoe wanted chaos, and she won the draw. So there's the alien signatures thing. I'll research that later.
Failed to take control.
And here's where it hides the decimal points. So it shows you your success chance. It shows you the number you roll. You have to roll lower than your success chance. Yeah. Glory to mankind. And I rolled a 72 instead of a 56. So I'm going to have him try again because I would like Egypt as a launch point for the rest of our stuff. And I now have a ton of influence. Russia has an open control point with a good source of income. I am not taking Russia over. If I'm taking over anywhere in Europe, I'm going to France. Because France can start out very early unifying people to the EU. Counselors. We will recruit Greg Ryan. Welcome to the team. And do I have anything useful, interesting? A hacker? You can do crackdowns and investigate counselors. Yeah, friggin' Greg, the Brit. Randall Salustro, the American hacker. Stefano de Stefano. I love when names get generated like this. Luis de Corto. Fixer. Investigate. Defend. You can do assassinate. Extract, stabilize. Am I gonna have a use for you? Well, so we'll do that. And I'm sure everyone is already overwhelmed. Okay, I was when I played. Let me make it worse. All of the counselors have attributes. Ignore this left thing. Just don't worry about that. I'll worry about that. All of the counselors have attributes and incomes for each of their things that can be augmented by giving them organizations that are both real and fake. So I'm going to give, for example, him. No, I'm going to give you. I'm going to give him a private military company because it allows me to generate this resource. When you showed this to me a bit earlier, my eyes glazed over. It's a complicated game. But once you get like a turn or two in, it starts to move. You start to understand what's going on. It's easy. No problems. So I'm just hiring organizations that will hopefully increase my stats. That's my goal. And I just gotta give everyone jobs. You go to Libya.
Bringing them on board.
You
Ready to go.
also go to Libya.
Reporting in.
I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit more. I'm gonna turn down the voice volume actually. Ignore that. Oh, there's some global information that shows you how many people live in space, how many people live on Earth, the wars going on, the impact on carbon emissions and excess methane and other greenhouse gases on the planet and its effect on the planet's ability to do stuff. Every single rock you can go to. Some other stuff that we won't worry about. And then he's really bad at that. So I'm gonna have him boost faction popularity in Tunisia.
We must persuade the people.
Is that really what I want you to do? Is that all you can do right now? No, you're gonna investigate my counselors to make sure they're loyal.
What they're up to.
Go with that. Nice, easy game.
We've got some intel on our target.
All right, they're loyal. Ah.
We're taking over.
And now things start to go well for us. Also, I realized that my keyboard, I couldn't figure out why my keyboard had the wrong lighting color. It's because this game has integrated like keyboard lighting, which is why my keyboard controls turned red as soon as I launched into Humanity First.
We've got our people in place.
It's flashing every time something pops up. Major flood in Los Angeles.
Wrapping up here.
We were unable to establish control.
I still can't get Egypt because the game hates me. So like right now I control Libya is the idea. And in 180 days I'll be able to set its foreign policy. And right now it's a very unstable
At
country.
your service.
So we're gonna make it a stable country.
We'll make things safe.
Your orders? Putting our people in place.
Slowly but
Ready for my
surely.
mission. We'll be running this place in no time.
And I said I was gonna turn down the voice volume.
Mission in progress.
There we go.
Order is returning.
We've reduced unrest in Libya by 0.25 to insurrection. Just stay there and keep doing that.
We've got our people in place.
All right, let's go on Tunisia. Continue.
Our presence is growing.
We own Tunisia now.
We still lack support.
You failed in Egypt again. I get irritated.
Establishing control.
Standing by. Establishing control.
And we just want to make sure that every nation that is under our control is, you know, not gonna civil war itself.
We believe we can
Oh.
join them as brothers and sisters if we only convince them we are worthy.
This is your one of your choices. No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, no, Yoshi, this was your choice. We have encountered the Academy, led by members of Earth's scientific community. This faction has concluded that any species able to cross the stars must have moved beyond violence as a mechanism to resolve conflict. They assert that humanity must work to build a bridge to ensure the aliens treat us as equals. That is
The trick is not to
an
look
incredibly
directly at what you're
positive
trying to see.
outlook.
Offset your focal point somewhere to the side of where you think you notice the movement. At night, the center of your vision doesn't work as well as during the day. I won't try to explain the science to you. What matters is you'll see whatever is out there before they see you.
Not gonna have every one of these
Hans
play.
Castillo
We'll be here for
invited
6
the
years.
conscripts in Colombia.
But I will check this. So basically, the servants put a bunch of research in, and they'll now we can track anything inside the orbit of Saturn. So anything within that range, I can immediately see. And now they are selecting the next one that you can do, so we can see even further. I hit continue.
Things are stabilizing.
Good.
We failed to take control.
You fail me again.
We're taking over.
And other people immediately succeed. All right, you go again.
We've gained significant support.
The same person failed 3 times in a row, and the other 2 people just immediately show up and get it done. Okay, I know all I need to know about you, dude.
Where to?
Ready.
So I'm gonna send people to. There's a mission you can do called Defend Interests, and basically it locks down your control points for 6 months. The difficulty of things are rated on a counselor that it's impossible to see. But a counselor score versus the target's like economic score, and if you defend something, It increases that number, like that the difficulty number by 10, which requires a lot more money invested or points invested in order to break into something, or a much luckier break.
Protecting our interests.
Ready for orders.
I'm just trying to grab stuff. I steal a spot in Japan.
Putting
See if
your
I can't
people
roll
in
a
place.
13 over there.
At your
Actually, what would be
service.
your chance of doing this? 4.
At your service.
And you're a 6? All right, well, go lock Japan down for me. It'd be great if I got Japan and maybe like, well, it'd be great if I got the US, but
Our only hope is to understand what the aliens want.
You are always
with
welcome.
us
Thank you.
And determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence.
here you go, Sundown. The leaders of this organization are an alliance of officials who believe the clandestine nature of the aliens' arrival marks them as a threat, but they have concluded that any species that can cross interstellar distances is nothing that humanity is capable of opposing. We cannot fight a war that will result in our extinction. Our only hope is to understand what the aliens want with us and determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence.
They are here to cleanse our sick world. The aliens are our saviors, and all who oppose them are enemies of the future.
In our counter, the servants, this group has determined the aliens are of divine origin and have declared itself their heralds and defenders.
Making things safe for our people.
Advisory team. We are going to the servant. I didn't want to play servants. I wouldn't have even thrown that up. I'll be honest. We are going to focus on economic development.
The situation remains chaotic.
I believe in you, buddy.
We've gained significant support.
I now control Egypt. And so, like,
We were unable to establish control.
Japan. Oh, 5 away. Rolled a 19 on the 14%. So it's kind of hard to see, but like our income is slowly ticking up. We probably need to try. Yeah, so you see the academy very quickly has grabbed control of the United Kingdom, France, half of Italy. Some major most of Russia. Continue that. I'm gonna give you a funding boost, and now I have an army. Nice. Can I declare wars? What does that let me do? Order this army to secure a non-capital region and transfer control of its home nation to its home nation during wartime. Requires army to be full strength. The army's home nation have a oh, okay, we have to have a claim. All right, well, no rampant warfare immediately.
I'm here.
Standing by.
My man in Japan. There's a lot of money.
Taking
There's a
control.
40% chance.
Your orders?
Standing by for orders.
Where do you
And
need
we're
me?
gonna take Sudan now. Am I? Or do I want to take like... Do I want to interfere here in Europe? God damn, how did the Academy take so much? They have 2 in Turkey as well. Grab Poland.
Bringing them to our side.
Where do you need me?
Now I'm running a little defense, I hope,
Bringing them
in
to our
Algeria.
side.
All right, so you're going down in that. I'm struggling, but I'm slowly getting Libya stable. And the rest of North Africa is also unstable. Okay. Slowly but surely. Dare I even look at these buttons? No. Okay. Oh, man, oh man.
Things are cooling off.
Back to the Warhammer thing. I'm always curious when I hear that a lot, right? Like the Warhammer thing's coming, and there's a lot of people that are really excited for it. But is it actually coming out soon, or is it coming out like a long time from now? I'm gonna let the other nations do all of the global research. I'm just gonna selfishly do my own.
We were unable to establish control.
Do it again.
Our supporters are in place.
We stole a Poland one. Okay, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. I could go after one of the points in Italy. I think I will. To the little. Oh, critical success in Japan. Do it again. Japan would be huge because they have their own spaceflight program already. Tanegashima Space Center. Cool. Fukuoka region of Japan, a secure cluster of rocket launch. Okay, that's just a default thing. That's a default name.
Ready for my mission.
So that's going down.
Ready to go.
So this little orange thing basically means that someone has done a certain mission type that makes it easier to purge out other officials. I'm going to try and steal this little area of Italy.
Targeting the opposition.
Because it makes it more difficult for... Jesus, they have 3 of them. Makes it more difficult for the Academy to unify Europe. I'm just here to cause problems. And right now I'm not near my cap, so I can kind of do what I want. Think that makes sense? Yeah, you know, just kind of stop them from dominating us. And so you can, when you get XP for missions, you get the ability to upgrade attributes. The main ones that matter are the main missions they complete. So like this guy's a fixer, his espionage needs to be high. But administration also allows you to have more orgs. So I'm actually going to do one of each of those. And then our diplomat needs to have really high persuasion. So I'm going to do double in persuasion. Thing that makes... Oh, so he's going to call chaos? Why? I can do my best to cause a lot of it. Evangelist is currently in Tokyo. Hey, backward. Happy Xmas, Merry Holidays. My daughter is home. Very nice. Hope you're having a wonderful time. I'm just leveling up all of their main stats. Slowly but surely. Give me more control in Japan. Give me more control of Europe.
Violence is abating.
Teaches that in the creation of heaven and earth, a wise people may find.
So this allows me to do.
Let us heed those words and join together.
Okay, this allows me to build space stations. And okay, and I'll read the story-based ones. Enjoy your lurk. Yeah, enjoy your lurk. You completed the Alien Signatures Project. There is no doubt extraterrestrial life has touched down on Earth. The many questions we have regarding its origin, its species, and its intent have to wait. All that matters now is finding it. By cross-referencing reports of unusual events in the vicinity of the landing site with similar data from our global intelligence network, we have developed a tracking system able to reliably identify disappearances, most likely resulting from alien activity. So I can now detect alien abductions.
Our reports indicate we should prepare for the worst.
Researchers established beyond all doubt that the alien life form survived the crash. It exited the area and is now at large on Earth. We are already hearing rumors of missing animals and, chillingly, missing people. Looks like those old stories of alien abductions might not be just stories anymore. We need to find out what our unwelcome visitors are doing, and quickly. So I need to confirm whether abductions are actually taking place. I need to figure out what's going on with the origin of the aliens. I need to salvage some alien technology. And that's kind of your first, like, real missions. Ah. So I'm gonna spend the first bit of my cash to get more money because I don't have anything unlocked.
Our presence is growing.
All right, we got Algeria. Do it again.
Our associates are now
And
in
I
charge.
took the Italy point. Huge.
Still lack support.
I did not get the Japan one. It's fine. And then, in an effort to do exactly what Soy wants, defend
Securing
interests.
our interests.
The prequel to Terra Nil looks amazing. You have to wonder how all the how all the humans disappeared, right? Right?
Acknowledged.
Giving you. Never mind. Do what you're doing. 61% in Japan. I just need him to, like, I want it. If I secure all of the the resistance took a point. If I can secure all of the points in Japan, I should be okay. I wouldn't mind unifying Korea either, but the servants already have control of both Koreas. I might go to Indochina next and just leave my control points open there.
Where to?
Actually, no, you can't do anything else, so you just keep doing that. You defend everyone. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Making things safe.
At the beginning of the game, it starts going at every week. I have to do that. Eventually, it goes to every 2 weeks, and eventually, you just don't even bother with the counselors at all, because what matters more is your actual shipyards you have in orbit. We've protected our stuff in Italy, so now it'll be a pain in the ass for anyone to grab that.
Things are cooling off.
We've gotten Libya down to a guerrilla war.
Supporters are in place.
Down to.
Failed to take control.
Can you do anything correct? I need you. Buddy, I need you to get that point in Japan. That's it.
Standing by.
I have no chance of grabbing that point in
Where to?
UK
Reporting in.
at all. I have no chance.
Ready for my
Really?
mission?
I'm here.
3%. They've taken control of Russia. This is a problem. The Academy is very strong. The Vatican issued a statement appearing to endorse the efforts of the servants. Why would they do that? China and India are upset at each other.
What's the op?
That's nothing new. All right, let's do Indonesia's already complete. All right, let's grab Malaysia
Putting our people in place.
and Vietnam.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Slowly but surely.
Mission in progress.
Things are stabilizing.
UFOs crashed in Argentina. Hello, you got a plan?
We failed to take control.
Kind of. I've played the game before as the Resistance. I kind of want to unify Africa and then just use that as my staging point. I'm also trying to sneak Japan in to have a developed nation for the money. And then maybe a little Indochina. Hope you're doing well. Would like to get some research. All right. I don't really care about audience research. Let's do We Are Not Alone. I just finished that up. I can't get it because they've already gotten so much of it.
We failed to take control.
Have you beaten this game? I've put like 50 odd hours into it and I feel like I've never come close. No luck on Vietnam.
We were unable to establish control.
I'm missing things by like 10%. You beat it with every faction but the Jesus. All right. God damn. This is a pretty impressive record.
Where do you need me?
Ready for orders.
Acknowledged.
I can get Myanmar. Oh, I'll grab that.
Bringing them on board.
China has 6. Does the US have 6 as well? Yeah, it does. Right. I
Standing
put
by for orders.
orders. You're doing fine. Also, a decent place to build a military. Interesting.
Order is returning.
We're taking over.
We've gained
I
significant
guess they already have
support.
halfway to building an army or barely done anything. Keep grabbing
We still lack
Malaysia.
support.
Just permanent assignment there. Here we go. Information Science Lab gives me a 2.5% bonus. Not really what I'm interested in. You've gotten France, it's fine. Oh, that's big. Oh, no, it's not. I keep looking at the thing and thinking monthly income. Oh, it's going to be 19. Also gives, yeah, just put it on you. Yeah, the Navy thing. I noticed that the last time I was playing, like the US has the 27 points in Navy. So you kind of need, if you basically just can't beat them unless you have control of Mexico in your alliance. Or Canada. Until you really increase your Navy tech. Are you calmed down enough? Pretty calm. But you can't do anything other than that. I'm saving you. For the bonus areas. Yeah, if they don't have navies attached. Right. Well, it also is, I think if I was reading this right, is if you don't have a high, if you don't have a higher naval score than the sum of its enemy scores in each of its wars to be able to transport troops across the ocean. And you just can't move them because they're blockaded. So the US can blockade most of the world at the start of the game. Which tracks.
The dreamer in me wants to believe it would bring a golden age of advancement and prosperity for all mankind.
We are not alone.
But
All
I'm
right.
a realist.
Domestic politics.
We have found something.
We learned some stuff there.
Our presence is growing.
We got both Myanmar
Our
points.
presence is growing.
Another Malaysia points. We're closing in on maxing out.
We were unable to establish control.
Of course you couldn't in Japan. Like, can you ever? Are you ever gonna get that?
Ready.
Are we just hopeless?
What's the
All
odds?
right, you have Thailand.
Taking control.
Ready.
And then I want you to purge this one in France,
Removing our enemies.
just so that they can't unify it. And I'll just grab something for that. Xenology lab. That's not really going to help me right now.
Mission aborted.
Purge mission abort. God damn it.
We've gained significant support.
I was beaten to it.
We've got our people in place.
All right, and that's Malaysia.
We failed to take control.
You always fail to take control.
Going after their people.
All right. What? You have a 6% chance.
Ready to go.
So you have an 8%? So you're better at it.
Reporting in.
Reporting in.
Oh, you have a 22. Here we go. Okay. 70%.
Bringing them on board.
Just take it.
Reporting in.
We can make hell. Oh, Humanity First merch. Ooh. You're actually. You're up. See, this is the economic zone I want to be put into another thing. Abandon Tunisia. Put me under. France is the nation that right. I've done a lot of EU forming as the resistance. The other nation has to be under total and consolidated control with France. Oh, so I just need to have little points in other places to cause problems. I see. I always get that backwards.
Restoring order.
Don't restore order there. Restore order here.
We'll turn down the heat.
Egypt is worth more.
Orders?
Destroy. How much do you want? You want 34% of the investment? You're not getting 34%. What do you want? Resource regions. All right, Greg Ryan. Back and grab.
Establishing our
See if we
presence.
can't get a slow chance in Saudi Arabia. I'm pleading for this Japan.
We must not only defend human lives from the aliens, we must ensure those lives remain worth living.
The leader of this group are convinced the aliens are a threat to humanity's ability to determine its own future, and they are quietly preparing to fight them. I'm just doing that without the quiet part. Clandestines. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. That's way better. Grab that. 15th of March.
Things are stabilizing.
Yeah, you stay in Egypt. I want Egypt. I want Saudi Arabia. I don't care about that science. The labs are interesting when I can put something up into the sky. I can't do that right now. Go ahead and again.
Significant sport.
Finally.
We were unable to establish control.
Right, hold on. Pause. Abandon abandon the Myanmar ones. 'Cause I need points. I don't want to lose out my influence early on. I want my Italy point. I want my Poland. Well, my Poland one can be abandoned. Fine. All right.
I'm here.
And then lastly, see if I can't sneak the last point.
This nation to our side.
At your service.
And then I'll have 3 of the Japan points, and then I can just have someone sit there and try and crack down 0%. Thank you for streaming. I had to be going, but it was wonderful to welcome you back for the short week. Well, thank you. I will see you again when I see you again. Have a great rest of your day. I will be getting off here shortly myself. I'm work. I know it's the worst, but
taking control.
We're getting a good start going on. Have a wonderful day. Hope everything goes well. Where's my fixer? Can you already steal project? You can. You know, let's have a high espionage. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I see. You grab that. Anything that gives ops, I like to have, because I feel like ops is that resource you can really easily run out of, and people really, really like you to have. Work is not the worst if it is something that helps society function. Oh. I solve problems for people. So I guess that is that. Egypt. What if we... Communist. All these, I have no idea. Technocratic. What's digitization? Doesn't give me more mission control, but I should get that. Boost, nuclear weapons. You've never touched the templates to make your own? I've messed with digitization before to help modernize economy, or digitize, I guess, because modernize just takes out boost. So it really just goes for the economy, but I like to get that boost snuck in. The academy is so much strength. It's everywhere. Jeez Louise. All right. Who can I do public campaigns with? Oh, wait. Hit play. Oop.
Things are cooling off.
There we go. Armed individuals have been spotted hunting alien life forms in Yangon. The motivations range from commercial, with the exotic quarry being sold to curious customers for a hefty sum. It's seemingly just for the thrill of it. Let them do as they please. Public opinion increases for the aliens. Allowed for anti-alien factions. The spread of xenoforming in the Yangon region is reduced. This is deplorable. Yeah, right. An interesting venture. All right, they have the right idea. Let's give them a hand. Don't really want the world terraformed to be aliens. All right, we have Thailand. I just like digitalization because it just focuses economy. Thrill of it. Here we go. The bad guys are here. How much closer can I get? Yay! Alien ships! I'm sure they're here as his friends.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
We have detected a base belonging to the aliens at Velocity's crater on Amma. We have detected a station belonging to the aliens orbiting Amma. We've detected, oh no, a base belonging to the aliens at Planum Caledonia on Amma.
How could one so young, coddled as you are,
anywhere in the solar system? Okay. Alien origin. I want clandestine cells first. Oh, we have. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That got bad fast. All right, cool. What's the worst that could happen? And in that.
Our presence is growing.
We have 3 of the 4 points in Japan.
We still lack support.
I'm in danger. New orgs. 18 monthly. Oh my god, that would double my monthly income. Grab that. Yes, for now that'll be perfect.
Ready for my mission.
Digitize Japan. It loses my army ability. What if I, real quick, exploratory? Oh, here we go. Oh, can you set them to be monthly? Is that in the options? That'd be. Let me actually. Oh, would I like that? Let me check. It probably has to run and then it'll be good. That actually might be nice. Yeah, we'll give it a tick, see what it's like. I gotta do my assignments real quick first.
Ready for my mission.
Put a little bit of effort.
We'll bring this
into
nation
that.
to our side.
Standing by for orders.
Would like to grab. I would like to sneakily grab Vietnam here.
Where to?
I would like to start running public campaigns. There it is. Perfect. Oh, that's actually very nice. It's much more readable when you have lower values. Public campaigns. Bloodborne sold 7 million copies. I'm just honestly, that's fine. I really am just kind of waiting for them to announce a remaster of it. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't, or like even just like a PS5 version. I don't feel like you even need to do anything to it. Unless there's another company. Yeah, it's free money. Unless there's another company doing it, right? Like wasn't it a different company that did the Demon Souls remake? Could have a situation like that. Oh, I don't like being that far zoomed out. That makes my head spin.
We have moved the needle.
All right, you stay in Japan for a while. I like to have my public support like
Our presence is growing.
at least 33%. I think
unable to establish
if
control.
I remember right, public support, higher public support makes it so that what is it? It's harder for other counselors to uproot me. Stay in Saudi Arabia for now. You're targeting Algeria. You have all this shit? Oh, jeez. Okay.
Your orders?
Go here.
On the way to the target site.
Blue Point. That's the name. Looks like his penalties. The roll. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So I want to make sure I'm trying to get that done.
Acknowledged.
Ready for orders.
Elden Ring sold 20 million on the PlayStation. Just a calm, cool 20 million copy. Yeah, nothing big.
We're taking power.
I'm sure it was just a fluke.
I'm here. Establishing our presence.
I'll go ahead and pay more. I'm risking a little bit here with not
Taking control.
not defending my Japan control points, but I just don't have the influence right now. Also, don't
I'm here.
purge.
We'll
Just
be
grab
running
that for
this
now.
place in no time.
So Teehee rip any FromSoft game that isn't open world from now on? Well, I mean, do you think that Miyazaki makes every single game of his open world, like FromSoft wise? Like, I don't think he honestly cares that much. If he thinks the game will do better not like that, he wouldn't do it. In his closed world, I mean, I think from like, what little I know about Elden Ring, I feel like it's definitely taken the Souls formula much further than any of the Souls games has. So like, I don't think they should not do it, right? Like, I'm not saying don't continue to make that type of game. I think it worked really well. Obviously, it sold 20 million copies. But like, you gotta wonder. I'd be curious what the next Souls FromSoft game is. A series of bombs have ripped the Algiers regions, the casualty numbers in the dozens, tearful families and furious officials demanding to know how this could have happened. Criticizing the Algerian government's stance on the alien arrival. Use the bombings to pretext a crackdown on our opponents. Democracy -1, cohesion increased by 2. Highlight the bombings as an example to be followed. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying that if you want the aliens to enslave us, the open world did work well, but it hinders replayability. Yeah, of course. I mean, the game's huge.
Recon complete.
Like, it makes for a really, really good long first playthrough, but like,
we've gained significant support.
I absolutely guarantee to you 100% after I beat Elden Ring, I probably won't replay it for a long time. I'm gonna try and build up this region of Africa. There we go. I got to this point. Perfect. The new normal. The initial global upheaval in response to the alien arrival has calmed somewhat, with various political and economic interests recognizing whatever the aliens are doing, the end of the world is not immediately upon us. With the sense of emergency fading, entrenched power structures are reasserting their authority, and humans are spending more time worrying about each other than about the aliens. In short, our moment to strike quickly is passing. Our counselor reports that the missions are taking longer to plan and conduct as they must navigate the old protocols of travel, security, and international contacts. We can still move forward, and some of our missions will have a greater impact as we spend more time on them, but everything will take longer to accomplish now. So now it's the 4 I do too.
Where to?
Which is so much nicer. Run that.
Securing our interests.
Where do you need me?
Where do you need me?
Standing by.
Where do you need me?
What's the op?
Christ, I'm not gonna get that. Till the 8th of protect. Oh, wait. Who's got my highest purge chance? You probably. 12, target 35. Go down to 25. Target over control point cap. And this happens at the end of the turn. We'll see if I can't sneak that in. I'm gonna spend a lot of influence to try and sneak that in.
Taking power.
Ready to go.
And then how's Japan humanity first? Getting there. Keep increasing it. Not right now. Go back to grabbing this.
Establishing our presence. Establishing control.
Cool. I think I clicked out of the game. There we go. Demon Souls Remake literally sold 2 million. Really? Elden's 20 million. Excuse me while I go cry in the corner because Demons is your favorite. I still can't believe. Well, I can't. We're gonna go till like 12:30, 12:45 instead. This is one of those types of games. It's one of those things I can. It's always surprising to me.
Every circumstance is an opportunity. Our test is to recognize and seize it.
The leaders of the shadowy cabal reveal little about themselves or their methods. In some regions, they are behind rampant rumors that the alien arrival is a fabrication by Earth's governments and corporations. In others, they have funded companies selling products that allegedly protect from fictitious alien diseases that they seem to have made up. They're dickheads. Got it.
Securing our control.
I still can't believe how big Elden Ring got. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like there was that as much buzz about Dark Souls 3 or Sekiro even. And Sekiro was pretty popular, I thought, when it came out. They have not come in peace. Images of obvious alien military ships and structures in the far solar system has dashed hopes worldwide for peaceful contact. Many who wish to seek an avenue of cooperation with the aliens are changing their views in light of some of the first hard facts about their arrival. Roughly half of the control points belonging to the Academy will suffer the crackdown effect for 12 months. Suffers a massive loss in public opinion around the world. All nations' cohesion moves by one toward extreme values. I am so glad we aren't playing as the Academy. Oh my god. Well, all their Russian ones are gone. You're playing as the Academy? I'm sure that's a fun event to have fire. Oh my god, I can't read. That's the 8th of February, 2024.
Mission in progress.
That's gonna be, it's a 0% chance to succeed. I'm fucked. Oh, I can't read. I thought I said the 2023.
Our supporters are in place.
All right, take me to
ready
Sudan.
for new orders soon.
Also grab South Sudan and we'll just rebuild that. We're gonna unify them up again.
We are taking over.
Oh, there's Saudi Arabia. Pause. To industrialize. To industrialize. We are here to build up the world. If you can take control of global research, you can delay that event until you're ready to break into China. Ah, okay. Elden Ring definitely felt like that got through to normies far more than the Souls game. Maybe perhaps the George R.R. Martin collab. I feel like that could have been part of it.
Still in control.
1% chance. I feel like it also just had.
Reporting in.
I don't know.
Acknowledged.
It came out while COVID was still kind of really kicking, didn't it? So I feel like that probably had something to do with it. Like,
I'm here.
Oh my God, because Twitch was huge at the time.
Terminating the opposition.
Reporting in.
So it definitely got some
ready to go.
Extra buzz thanks to that.
Establishing our presence.
Ally with Japan and Egypt. Thailand, Malaysia, and Libya. Oh, cost 50 influence. No, just do it with Egypt. Okay. Then I would like to end my rivalry with South Sudan. Do I know they have 0% chance? So then what's my reunification chance? War requirements for South. Two rivals must be capable of attacking. Okay, so I just need an army. I don't really want to do that yet. All right. FromSoft with the reputation with their Souls games and Elden Ring was a new IP without the... True, you don't have to really... I guess you don't really have to... Well, Sekiro was like that too, though, right? Like, Sekiro didn't have the same baggage of being... I guess that's why Sekiro did so well. FromSoft was truly makes incredible games. I like that intelligence group. Well, I don't disagree with the idea of thinking like, oh man, because I'm like this, right? Like if you see like a game, like let's say it's called Dark Souls 4, right? Oh man, this is a game that I might, you know, when you look at a series, sometimes I think the inclination is of I want to play the previous games, right? Like I'm like that. I play all of the previous games in the franchise. There's definitely something to... I need a scientist. There's definitely something to... Taking all these fucking orgs. The fact that it's a new IP, so you can just kind of jump in, and it isn't necessarily beholden to any of the previous IPs they made. But as I was saying, Sekiro is like that too, I think. Get to queue up Dark Souls 1, yeah, maybe Dark Souls 2 for like DS3. Well, see, what's funny about that, River Dragon, is I've streamed DS1, DS2, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. And I've never really had like a negative interaction like that. Like I've never had someone come in and be like, you suck, you just need to get good. There have been times where I have told myself, like Sundown, big Souls guy, right, has been like trying to help me with a boss or a new build, and I'll tell him, Sundown, I just need to learn the fight, I need to get good. But I've never had like a really negative experience, because I had that same thought process, right? Like I definitely had a definitely a hardcore attitude.
We've got our people in place.
Like thought process when it came to like people that did Souls games, but I've really only had very, very nice people. I've only met very nice people watching Souls games. There are dickheads every once in a while, but there are for any game. I think forums are where it's really bad, but never really like but forums are terrible for everything as well. So it's interesting. It's an interesting thing, because I definitely had a similar I definitely used to have a similar thought process to that. Try that again.
Able to establish control.
We'll try that again.
Our supporters are in
And I still wanted the Philippines one's cool. All right. What are the... Oh yeah, Dark Souls has a reputation as a difficult game. For sure. I think I will not argue against that. I will say that the only Souls game I think is as hard as people claim it is Sekiro. Sekiro is as hard as people think Souls games are. You just need full developing. Oh man. Abandon that. Sekiro's a hard game. I don't try to fool anyone about that.
What's the op?
I have so much ops. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Stop complaining about how bad the game is and get better at the game, or the game is not actually as bad as you say. You're just not a good player yet. If you go in with a positive attitude, it's gonna be rare to encounter anyone who says get good. That literally means, yeah. Oh yeah. It is. You know, there's definitely, I think, a vision to it, right? And that's one of the things I like to try and tear down, because I think it's obviously I like the Souls games. I have fun playing them.
Ready for
so
orders.
I always want someone who might have an interest in the game to take that first step. You know what I mean? Like, make the jump, try it out, and discover, hopefully, that the community is really good and like nice and willing to help, and you know, it's worth being a part of. The last thing I want is someone to go,
Our people in place.
yeah, I really want to try this Souls game, and me go, ha, you could never be good enough to play that Souls game. Like, that just sucks for anyone involved. I forget Iran has a spaceport. Miss.
It has always been true.
Hello.
We must leave the cradle if our species is to survive. If these
But yeah, I
aliens
see what
are
you mean,
indeed
for sure.
hostile, the time to go is now.
The organization is its foundations in a group of tech magnates who were already funding space exploration before the alien arrival. Now, with proof of interstellar travel in front of all of humanity, they are focusing their efforts on leading in expeditions beyond Earth's solar system. Turned out Souls-likes weren't for me, but I adore Armor Core. Oh, I cannot. I'm going back to 100% it. I need to beat it a couple more times, but great game, great game. I can't wait for Sundown to finally play it. There are people who simply go in to insult the community, get insulted in return, and then be sure that the community. Oh yeah, I wasn't getting that vibe though, and I know that you're not saying that, but I wasn't getting that vibe from Strange, so I wasn't going that route. But yeah, that definitely is a problem. That magic $30 mark. It didn't start at 60, so it should happen sooner than later. I mean, it's the Dark Souls a fair game, and can actually create these in the second playthrough. Yeah, I mean, there's
protecting our interests.
Just like there's people that are really against the that are dickheads in the Souls community about you just suck, get good, blah 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 blah. The reverse is true. Dickheads are dickheads. All right, there's clandestine cells. I get another counselor. Alien Origin is so expensive. Let's grab a have living quarters because that'll let me actually put out a space station. Don't care about that. No, it won't. That gives me the gym that increases their happiness. No. I want to put points in that. I don't. I want to put points in that. This will get researched. And I want have living quarters because it makes people way happier. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that with that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll run that. Anything else I can buy? I'm gonna give you. Are you my? Who are you? You're my diplomat. I have another persuasion. You have another persuasion. Anyone that's currently doing. You take admin from 3-star. Here we go. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. +5 boost, 19 re-give. That's what we like to see. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can get that one because it was headquartered in Japan. I'd say this is XCOM, but without the stuff I like about XCOM. This is just what I absolutely wanted from a grand strategy game. But I understand that it's not for everyone.
Prepping for next mission.
The space battles are a lot of fun. It takes a while to get there because you have to kind of go through the geopolitical stuff and on Earth and colonizing a bit of, a bit of the world. Or sorry, a bit of the Mars, the moon, a couple asteroids. Really want that Philippines region. Lost the one in Algeria, that's fine. But I really would like to get to the space battles and really try out those. And if I lose the campaign, I'll probably stop and play it off stream then. But I would love to give this an on-stream chance. Oh yeah, it's a big build up for sure. The furthest I've played is a pretty thorough colonization of Mars, with probes being sent out to like Ceres, Europa. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Hygeia. In those ones, I never got like to the Jovian moons or out past that. And I think I did one battle where I had like 6 destroyers fight a single alien one. I lost 5 of them, but I blew up the alien ship. So, who's the real winner? Yeah, oh, that's such a great way of putting it. This game has, a lot of my playthroughs stopped early on because it was just missing so many quality of life features that were necessary
Bring them to our side.
for a game of this scope on launch.
Your orders?
What's the op? Targeting the opposition.
Standing by.
The Academy to fucking Oman? I want the Gulf states. I also want this. I think I'm gonna try and take all of this area and try and unite a lot of the Arabian Peninsula. I was research and development. If I grab this, I can go for unity movements. I don't think I'm allowed to see what the unity movements are. United Arab League, unification of the Maghreb. That's most of the area I have. Would love some of the African unions. The Caliphate. They're great nations. South American Union, African Union. Okay, so that's just almost like an entire continent. Got it. Oh, is there? Oh, wow. Oh, my game is lagging. Oh, this is crazy. This needs a rework. Hey, Sundown, how does your graphic designer Bones feel about this? End of India. I mean, this is what you do as the servants, I think. Oh. Algiers, Baghdad, Dubai, Tunis, Damascus. Okay. So that's one I want. 20 grand. The Caliphate is much bigger. Iran gets Baghdad. Okay, so that gets Iraq. Egypt gets a claim for United Arab League, and then the Caliphate, I assume Saudi Arabia. Capital region is Jeddah. Is that here? Okay. All right. I'll start as the Egypt one, try and unite that, and then I can grab the Caliphate and unite over here, and then kind of combine. Feels like I'm looking at a quantum flux fabric. It's like what's on the screen when some scientist makes a time machine and it rips a hole in the universe. The lines go in the 5th dimension. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Did I fucking alt tab again? I like click right out of the screen to check something and the music stops. It's like I need to click stuff. I have stream stuff I need to scroll through. All right, how's Egypt doing? Egypt is it's all right. You might need industrialization more than you might need the other one. This is what people who think XCOM is too easy looks like. Yeah, this is exactly what that is. This is for the people after they've beaten XCOM on Superhuman Iron Man. and go, yeah, that was too easy. I need something with a little bit of change, a little change to it. I was so excited when this game was gonna launch, and then they delayed it, and then they I find it easier in XCOM. I only don't.
Those who think only of home, and those who think only of leaving home.
I only don't
Director
because
Khalid Al-Ashgar.
I only don't because I haven't mastered ship construction yet. Once I figure out what to, like how to do ships and that type of thing, I think I'll be fine. I play a ton of like I have over 1,000 hours. I think a combined 3,000 or 4,000 in all the main Paradox games. So like the actual number crunching of like what these prioritizations are doesn't bother me. I'll manage, like I'll pull out a pen and paper to manage a Vicky economy, right? Like
we've gained
a lot of the
support.
space stuff is what scares me. Give up my spot to the Philippines. You gave him space, like X4 Elite Dangerous. Don't tell me Star Citizen, please.
We still lack support.
Try again.
We've gained significant support.
But dangerous. I mean stuff like, oh, Children of a Dead Earth. Oh, okay. My big oh, guys, we're gonna do it. Let's go. Low Earth Orbit 2. Take me there.
Good down a half. Roger. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Lights on.
Got it. Our first station.
Forward.
Luckily, the station building isn't too complicated. All right, back to Earth. Oh, it's so exciting. So, okay, you got a space station up as well, but we beat the resistance up, so that's good. That's all I care about. The cowards in the resistance. All right, and I'm gonna grab my 5th counselor now. Rebel, coup d'etat, assault, alien asset. I really need assault alien asset. Also get assassinate and another purge in a turn. I already have a couple turns. I really need assault alien asset. Grab that. All right. Perhaps if we add more lines, we can ward off the filthy normies. Easily. I think I helped push the CDE Steam Workshop ships forward by uploading a design for a 3 gigawatt fission reactor that weighs less than the stock 60 megawatt. Means at the highest temperature possible with stock materials. That's crazy. That is a crazy thing to be able to attribute yourself for. The really important thing about it is it runs, yeah, geez. Think of the possibilities of a 1.21 gigawatt reactor that can fit in on a car roof. You can call it the Mr. Fusion. What's that from? What movie reference am I not getting? Oh, Back to the Future? Guys, I have some bad news. I have some really bad news.
Ready.
Reporting in.
I regret to inform you
Ready.
that I have never seen Back to the Future.
Your orders?
Cracking down.
We're gonna just use
At your service.
8 influence there over and over again. Back to Egypt. Keep
We'll
stabilizing.
restore peace to this nation. Standing by for orders.
Neither have I. Multiple. Blasphemy! I expected nothing less. Oh no. Wow, the Academy lost France. I feel like for now, I'm okay with letting the resistance take control of France. I just don't want, I obviously don't want the servants like really owning them. I'm not really like all that worried.
Targeting the
Because like we kind of have the same goals. So we can work together for now. Outpost core allows us to found outposts. This is a favorite.
Things are cooling off.
Oh, beautiful. Let's get Egypt's unrest down nice and low.
They slipped away from us.
Success chance 0? Sorry. Don't repeat it right now. New alien fleet landed at the base.
Taking over.
And I control Saudi Arabia. Okay.
We've removed some threats.
Take me there. Do that. Hey, have a wonderful day, everyone. You as well. I'm probably going to end here shortly at 15 minutes. And then be back again with this tomorrow. I expect you to have watched Back to the Future before you come back in January. It's now a requirement. I'm gonna be honest. The only movie I plan on watching between now and in January is the last hour and a half of Wolf of Wall Street, which I have finally started watching on the airplane back from Vancouver. And what's good about the high temperature, specifically cooling loop outlets, is that if the hotter the radiators are on, the smaller the radiator area you need, the less mass. And this is what allows my ships to absolutely eclipse everything I could find in the workshop at the time in power production, which I put into an array of 2,400 megawatt lasers. So you've taken complete control for a while of any conflicts in the game. Is so much power.
We're
Laos.
power.
Laos.
Ready.
Every once in a while I say something that just makes me want to fucking smack myself. You going to Antarctica? Can I take Antarctica? Land of the Penguins? Oh, cool. India is completely resistance zoned. Go ahead and spend interest
Securing our
there.
control.
No, I lied.
Ready to go.
Where do you need me?
You really want Oman that bad? I don't want Oman that bad.
Acknowledged.
Would like Cambodia though.
Removing our enemies.
Ready.
I'm here.
At your service.
Hold on, I
Initiating
might.
surveillance.
Standing by for orders.
Reporting in. Making our case.
Where to?
Oh, I'm fine.
At your service.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on.
Orders?
Spin a little bit of
Working down
ops.
the heat.
Acknowledged.
$20 days until I'm in full control of Egypt. 88 days until I'm in control of Japan.
Ready for orders.
Well, there's. See if I can't grab Iran.
Bringing them to our side.
Reporting in. Establishing control.
That'll give me a pretty good area here in the Middle East and Africa. I'll be in control of. Be a bit loosely. I also get my ship 6 railguns to fire mini nukes at 10 kilometers a second. That's more for fun than practicality. I remember I used to play a bunch of Space Engineers back in like the really, really early builds of it. And my absolute favorite thing to do, so stupid. My favorite thing to do would be to make weapons out of just rock chunks, because the physics on the rock chunks wasn't properly like calculated. So if you launched like 10,000 little stones at a ship, it just like it would void any of the parts that were in that spot, and it would like they would glitch underneath the hull and break other parts. It was so I was playing with a friend and we made 2 ships, and mine was just a big circle that had like 10,000 kilograms of rocks, and it launched them all forward about 200 meters a second, which isn't even close to what you got, but I won the battle because his ship couldn't move.
Securing our interests.
All right, we got Saudi Arabia.
Target area.
I didn't really actually want to do what I just did there, but honestly, it couldn't hurt.
Order is returning.
I can imagine that causing some emotions. Luckily, we saved all of our stuff before we would do shit like that, but he was not happy. If you completed Hab living quarters, lovely. I would now like outpost core. I don't want to be left behind. I want to do outpost core, and then I think it's called Thistle Pile or something like that. It's whatever lets me actually generate the energy needed to run mining operations. Russia has occupied... Oh wait, Ukraine built an army. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're fighting back. I wonder if they'll stop them.
Our presence is growing.
Beat and continue.
Got our people in place.
Yeah, well, generally what happens is the army that Russia sends in takes damage till it almost dies, and then it pulls out, and then it sends its other army in and it occupies the eastern half. And then after that's kind of up to the whims of the AI. I've seen the Russo-Ukrainian war last until I stopped playing, like 2030, 2028. I've seen it end in 2023. You never really know what they're gonna do. In the game, in the game, in the game, in the video game, the game that's not real. Ooh. Reddington Agency? Extra persuasion and 2 investigation. That's big for someone who has the crackdown. Need that. I'm getting lucky as shit with these orgs. Deer Foundation. It's not that great. That one's not that great. It's one. I buy that and just unassign it. Nobody has XP for... Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Maxed out science bonuses. Well, your point is the academy, right? That makes sense. I'm trying to get a little bit of money and a lot of... a lot of counselor perks. I want to try and make sure they're all really good at causing problems. I think this also needs industrialization. Maybe even development. Algeria could probably do modernization. Saudi Arabia does digitalization. You do developing. Digitalization. Will seriously help when I can make this all one country. You need so many less operators, I guess, to keep the peace in the bigger area when you can make it in the one group.
Ready for my mission.
Your mission.
I'm
if
here.
you choose to accept it.
Where do you need me?
Spoken sound speed. Okay, that makes sense.
We'll turn down the heat.
Standing by.
That makes sense, at least.
Standing by.
Your orders?
Standing by.
So, what's your chance at 0?
Standing by. Where do you need me?
I need anybody that can break through that fucking... It's fine.
Ready for orders.
Go there. Take out that
Terminating the
resistance
opposition.
group.
Ready.
I lied.
I'm here.
You take the Philippine spot.
Putting our people in place.
And you...
Acknowledge.
Take that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Terminating the opposition. Getting a lot of initiative takeover in Europe. Do I have the tech to fight? The space assets are there for research and interface bonuses. Oh yeah, when I build
When I build space stuff, the only thing I do with the space stuff is put labs on it and then mining facilities on asteroids and Mars and the moon. Oh yeah, look. Oh, it's so beautiful. What do I not have money for? Oh, I need a little more.
You'd think a threat this big would finally make us abandon old grudges and band
Deep
together.
space propulsion
Humanity
concepts.
always finds a way to hurt itself, doesn't it? Commander Fiona Ayawade, undated letter.
That's fine for now. Don't really want that. Gonna do my information science lab, put some tech in that. You have 161. Gonna do that. Gonna do that. Well, actually, let's see if I can't hold control of that one. The one that I'm already in the lead for and everyone's on a more even spot, instead of having to play catch up the whole way. Oh, great. A rival cult arises. A pro-alien cult is gaining adherents in Juba. If allowed to continue, it can lead to wider support for the aliens. Put the boot down. It's an alien fleet in low Earth orbit.
Things are cooling off.
Okay. All right. We're almost. Aliens crash into Russia.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
Oh, all right. You trying to fix that? We've almost got a 3.
Are now in charge.
Nice. Take me there. And immediately abandon Laos. Like, develop.
We have gained significant support.
In Iran. All right, so we've also taken Iran. So I need a couple more points because I'm losing some percentage that I don't really want to lose. There we go. There we go. What's this take? Oh, my boost. All right. Tomorrow, getting our influence up in Japan is going to be big. And then securing this area will be big as well. I'll finish this turn, which is one more day.
We failed to take control.
Because you suck. Go ahead and do that again. Like the Philippines. I got Iran's army. Digitization.
At your service.
At your service.
And Iran.
Securing our interests.
Acknowledged.
6th September. Japan for support.
The people.
And lastly, what do I want you to do? Would love if you took over that spot in Japan. You can't though. Take over.
Removing our enemies.
And then I will. We have so much cash. Interesting. All right. The welfare. Pending. I can't wait to see a little strong Middle East here.
Ready for your orders.
You take
Terminating the
Eritrea.
opposition.
I'll save the game. These are all my previous saves. Humanity. First stream. Save. Games. Anything else I want to do before I quit? Oh yeah. Solar collector build. Save. That wasn't the right button. Cool. All right. Thank you, Swims, for your help. Thank you all for being here. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I'm gonna wrap up now. I'll be back again tomorrow. Fire Emblem this weekend, as usual. Well, not this weekend, Thursday and Friday. We'll I'm gonna try and beat this game on stream. I would love to beat it. Would love to beat it. Good night. It was fun for the short time I was here. Oh, sure. If you want to come back, you're always free. Always free too. Couple links I'll throw out real quick. Discord if you want to join, right there. YouTube for both VODs and edited content. And finally, I'm in a band, run a bunch of different stuff. Check us out. We are going to raid out to Hat, surprising nobody. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their night, day, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it may be. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hope to see you guys again soon. Peace out. Fun as always.